Hi there, it's Patmos. How nice of you to join. And as you can see, I have loaded up the United States of America. Let's continue with our World War I game with Hearts of Iron 4. Well, I'd say we get time rolling. And let's see what we can do. Well, we have political power to spend. Well, we could get a better conscription law, but don't really know why. I think we start building airplanes soon, so we should get better airplanes. Well, I'd like carrier planes, so let's get good naval bombers. I don't think we can build carrier planes yet, but we will in the future. So let's just sum up where we left off. We did all the industry researches. Soon we can do other ones, but it's not really beneficial right now. We did all the other researches. Could go with tank prototypes though, because well, we can start researching tanks soon. Well, we started by doing the early fighter, which is good, and soon we can do new planes. Well, we haven't researched ships yet. Maybe we should do that, but there are focuses for that as well, and it could be really beneficial to wait for that to get the focuses in, so you get research bonuses. I think we can go, for instance, with early motorization. It's a good thing. We can get rid of the horses and we can build motorized infantry. So we're going to go with that for now. We're going to think on weapons mainly, and probably on, well, if we do the cruiser effort, we can get better cruisers, we can get better submarines, for instance. So yeah, that's all very interesting, and I would really like to go with that. So we're going to start that up. Let's get time rolling again. So we are building infrastructure, which is nice, but after that we need factories. And well, if we want to build fleets, we need quite a few extra dockyards. So let's build a few. So we can build an entire new ship line, because well, one ship line is 15. I think we need 4 more to get that one complete, so we have 4 complete lines of ships soon that can start building. 1 and 2, 3, 4. So once that all is done, we can build a lot of ships, and well, I believe that's good for us. We can benefit from that. Cavalry rate, well, that's all interesting, but ooh, I like the better artillery, because then we can switch out our artillery production. Ooh, and we should we should get rid of the scout planes and get fighters. But once we can get rid of this one and build better ones, they have to build them first and then send them to our army. And well, the sooner we do that, or the earlier we do that, the more guns will be built before we go to war and we spread out our troops. So that's a good one. And yeah, I think production-wise we're doing fine for now. We're still at peace, and I think we will be at peace for quite a while. Ooh, we should check on ships. See, now we get a 20% bonus in research, which is really nice. So let's do the submarine effort now. We will be at peace for a while because, well, as a democratic nation we can't do much. We can't really go to war. And before we can switch ideology or something, well, time will have to pass. So, yeah, don't get your hopes up if you want to go to war soon. However, I want experience for my troops, so we're gonna train them. And by training them, you add experience. Ooh, there's a lot happening. Let's see, should we get a tank? Yeah, well, that will bring down tank research time, which is good. Maximum speed goes up, reliability goes up, that's good. Alright then, well, let's get the next... Ooh, that takes a long time. Perhaps we should do different things. First, infantry defense goes up, re-equipped infantry defense goes up, and all infantry and motorized tech. Ooh, yeah, let's do that. Let's get better infantry. Well, kinda looks interesting. Ooh, we have a ship done. I guess I didn't tell it. Oh yeah, new fleet. Well, this is going to be the 2nd Atlantic Fleet, so let's name it that. We won't be using that fleet for a little while though, because I think first we need to get a strong fleet there, and well, that's gonna take some time. What's that? Oh, that's troops. Alright, that's cool. Well, let's see. Can we edit a division? Can we add something we need? Well, since this is the First World War, it would be beneficial to add field hospitals, because that will keep casualties down, and since the First World War is a war of attrition, we really need to keep those casualties down. However, we need motorized for that. Well, there they are. Talking about timing. And so we need to start building early motorized. Now, we're not building any soon, since, well, first to fill out these, or we can just... We are soon starting to build all those dockyards, but after that we can start building new military factories. So let's assign them to be built. Not gonna build anything else there anyway, so that's good. Alright, well, we're looking good on the focus tree with Navy. As you can see, we can't go to either Bolshevik or fight the Red Menace, so we'll have to wait for that. Can do a doctrine effort, which is rather good actually. Gives us a 20% research bonus on a land doctrine, so we're gonna go with that. You want to research those doctrines, they're really important if you want to fight. But yeah, it takes time to do so. Ooh, we have unfulfilled import requests to German Empire. Well, I guess we should lower what we get from them and raise what we get from others, because we have to spread our options, and I think we should compensate a little bit. So, Franz Ferdinand is dead, so soon the war will start. Well, that's an interesting time period. Because when the war starts, all hell will break loose in Europe. Well, in real life it took about a month for the Austro-Hungarians to make an ultimatum against the Serbs, and then, well, after a while the war started. Interesting to see how quick it will go right now. Well, we're doing all the research we can here, so nothing much to do, so let's strengthen our support divisions. And they declare war. Interesting. Switch out. See, we need to produce 5,000 of those units, so it will take some time before all our troops get their early artillery cannons. But we're going to work towards it. Let's trade Brazil a bit. Luxembourg joined, Belgium joined, Germany joined, yep. Alright, well, we have one big war as you can see. Looks kinda interesting. Wonder what's going to happen, who's gonna win, who's gonna lose, etc. We'll have to wait and see though. Let's train those troops as well, so we get the best possible army. It's not our war, we declare neutral. Probably not good for... Yeah. Can't do much, but... Well... That's just our fate right now. We will be able to deal with it later though, so... Don't worry too much about it. Well, we are building dreadnoughts, which is good. Takes some time, but yeah, we are building them. Let's see. Well... Last of the infrastructure is done soon, and then we'll be producing quite a few dockyards. Let's see, a chief of the Air Force or the other guy, air superiority or ground support. Let's do air superiority. Want to be able to shoot down all enemy planes. Well, let's get a better recon company. Always good. So, if we are going for a world conquest, we cannot ally ourselves with anyone, so we have to be aware of that. And we need to actually build a fighting force and just go create war goals and then go to war. Thing is, since it's a war of attrition, and one of our first enemies will probably be Mexico, we need to strengthen our forces on the border. I think I do want to get Marines for a naval invasion, and one of the things in this war is if you go to war you need to make sure that you wear out the enemy. So when we're going to go to war, we're probably not going to attack, we're going to defend and let him wear out, Loses equipment, loses men, and after that we can start attacking, because the defense is way stronger than the offense, which is historically accurate, so should be like that. Let's see, can I edit my marine divisions? Yes, I can. Well, let's make some strong marines. Should probably start training them. And set them up in Miami. I want 5 armies of those. Let's go. Well, we need to start on our motorized. So I think, since we have enough guns anyway, I can do it like this. So now we at least start building motorized units. Then we can see from there. Well, let's research a better destroyer. Need to focus a little bit on our fleet. Let's trade with Brazil, that's fine. Alrighty. Things are looking okay. Could be a little bit better, but yeah. Content with it now. We have gas masks, which is nice. All done there. Well, let's go with the prototype tank unit. Now, let's see. Well, we're building the dreadnoughts, so let's get building on light cruisers. Let's do it like this. Set him up to go to the 2nd Atlantic Fleet. I need around 20. And I will already set up a 3rd line. Like this. And they will go to the Pacific Fleet. Alright, well that's looking good. Will take some time before those ships are done, and when they are, we'll be very happy. As you can see, those dockyards are coming in nicely. 3.5 produced in, well, I think in about a month time. So that's good. Let's keep it going like that. So of course, if you play with the US, since, well, right now we are neutral, we can't do anything. It's rather boring in the beginning, but well, there's time to watch what happens in the rest of the world. And after a while, well, usually the action starts. Let's hope the Germans do well, because if they do, they keep the Allies occupied, and that weakens the Allies. So when we have to go to Europe, for instance, to go to war, it's usually to our benefit. Have to wait and see, of course. Don't know how they will do. Sometimes they get defeated rather easily. But, well, I have good hopes. If they do well, that is usually to our benefit. Except if they just steamroll everyone and win. Then it could be not so good for us, but, well, usually it is. Do we remove the national neutral foreign policy spirit? That's a good one. And extra recruitable population. Let's go with that. Let's get rid of the neutrality. Not that we'll be doing anything soon, but just nice to get rid. Are they done training? No, no, no. Well, that's good because we keep getting experience. So for instance, with my Marines, we can add a recon company. Which is good, we need those. Well, luckily time's going fast. You will see when the game progresses that it will go slower and slower, not because I lower the speed, but just to do more calculations. And sometimes it will just stall for a while because it has to do so much calculations. For instance, when the Russian Revolution breaks out or something. Don't worry, it rarely crashes. Sometimes it's just taking some time to calculate. Well, that's just the way it is. So it's a bit of a waiting game, as were the first 2 episodes. But as you could see, we have really decent infrastructure right now, and we'll make it even better later in the game. So we can move our troops really fast, which is really nice. Something you can greatly benefit from, especially when you need to move supplies, etc. Ooh, we have more political power to spend. It's one of the things I like, although we need political power later on to actually do something against, to make all those war goals. Let's see, we have artillery attack and defense, and we have infantry attack and defense. So what should we do? I don't need entrenchment, artillery we already have. Oh, we could do with capital ships. Because we need good capital ships to shoot down the enemy fleet, especially if we go to war with Britain, for instance. We really need to shoot down the British. Alright, well, support companies are getting up to speed as well, which is lovely. Let's say we're doing okay. But we're not really building any of those trucks. Well, this is what I meant. It has to do quite a few calculations right now, so it's just stalling. Normally if I just don't hit anything, see, there it goes, the Tsar abdicates, Soviet Union is there. That's early, but that could be to our benefit. Well, let's see how it goes. Oh yeah. Well, that's good. So, we need to stop training them in order to not use all our trucks. Because now all our trucks are going into the attrition. Or they'll be destroyed because of attrition. Hey, that's better. Need to get positive numbers though, but that will take a little while because these still have... Well, we can stop training now. Once we have a surplus, we can train them again. This is fine. War in Europe debate. Well, let's go with the take position one. I want the neutrality out. Don't want any neutrality anymore. Let's go to Europe. Let's see. Well, they are doing a decent job in Russia. Which is quite good actually. Oh, let's trade with Mexico. That's interesting. And Austro-Hungarian is doing a decent job. They fought the British. We're pushing against the Italians. Not doing really good here, so probably the Ottomans should help. But usually when the Ottoman comes in, they'll just be steamrolled from the south. I think those are a few points where the AI needs to be tweaked, or at least this mod needs to be bettered, but it's still interesting. Well, there's the Soviet Union. I wonder if I can now do the focus in which I can become communist. Well, let's name these the US Marines, because, well, that's what they are. Make sure that they can at some point attack Mexico. No, looks good. Almost another line filled, which is perfect. Ah, the Ottoman joins the Central Powers. So, I guess... Oh, there's just one more, that's good. Yep. Looking good. So, military factories coming in, which is splendid, because I need a lot of those. Alright, the number's going down, that's good. This one's going up, which is splendid. Upgrades. Alright, well, we have already 500 battlefield guns in our army, which is nice. Numbers going up. And positive. Build up is slow in the beginning, but, well, we are the US, so in time it will go faster. And our fleet's taking shape, which is actually nice. Let's see, these are our coastal submarines. I don't think they will do any good, but, well, since we have them, we might as well use them when we go to war. Ooh, our better destroyers researched. Love that. Let's go with seaplane carriers. I don't know if they're like a real carrier or they just can carry planes to somewhere else. Do they fully function as a carrier, which is allowed to send planes to war and land them again, and sometimes there's a difference in those. Well, let's see, because we have enough experience, so let's add an engineering company. We need the best possible marines we can. Ooh, well, the Germans are doing a good push here, which is, well, if they defeat the Russians, then they can just focus all their troops on the west, which I think would help them out. So hopefully for the Germans it works that way, but well, you can never be sure. Alright, well, our southern border looks good for now. I think we need to focus on the northern border right now. Because we need a good front with Canada. If we go to war, for instance, with Mexico and, well, you know, the Allies step in, we have a problem. So let's make a whole new army. Set it up at this border. And we will start adding troops to that. I guess it's going good. With our troops, because, well, slowly they are coming in. Pro-German or pro-British? Don't really know what benefits we can get from it, but... well, let's focus on trees here. Let's do a capital ship effort. And I like to get all my troops out at the same time, so let's start finishing this. Wait. So now they will all fire. Oh no, this is the wrong one. I need this one to do that. So now all these will go into the army in the north, and then production halts, and then I will wait for it to fill up and then start building one. I want like 10 divisions or 5 divisions at the same time, not just one again, and one and one and one. That's just annoying. So let's just wait a while, make sure that all we need is coming in, and then we can do something. Well, tank prototypes coming in, that's nice. Wonder how that will go. Well, this is looking interesting. German Empire is really growing. Although the Serbs are pushing in as well, which is not good. He's losing here, or maybe he's gaining somehow, I'm not sure. Still looks interesting. A lot of interesting fighting. The German Zeppelin campaign. Not really worried about that, I have to say, but... well, something's happening. Because it has to do a lot of calculations. Let's see what's so important. Do something. Well, it's an interesting long wait. Maybe the Soviet Union will fall, or probably some nation will, I'm not sure. Yeah, the Treaty of Brest-Litovsk. Interesting. So the Soviet Union won. German Empire made peace with them. Probably Ukraine, etc. will pop out soon. Because, well, usually it does. Let's do it like this, so we have enough. Yep, there we go. A lot of calculations being done. There we have Riga. Interesting. So that's the United Baltic Duchy. Finland has appeared. Lithuania has appeared. Now we have new provinces there as well. They're allied to Germany. They are allied to Germany. Interesting. Probably don't have... oh, they have 7 divisions. They have 4 divisions. Oh, very interesting. Republic of Finland. Who are they allied to? No one. Oh, Ukraine. Oh, looks good. Looks good. So let's see if the Germans can really make a push in the west or in the south now. Really wondering how about that. In the meantime, I think it's time for us after this one. We should focus on getting ourselves to become communists. Hoping we can and it all will work out, but have to see. Well, I think production should... yeah. Starting to slowly fill up, that's good. A lot of calculations being done still. Alright, well, half our dreadnoughts are done, that's good. I think it all looks fine. Let's see. I think we should do the mustard gas one, because that will give more breakthrough and soft attack. Always good. And we have almost 8 million men in reserve. That's good. Means we can field a big army. Let's see, well, Europe is still a powder keg. Just blowing up, but it looks interesting. So I think this will be a good moment to wrap up this episode. We've prepared even further. Europe has exploded and, well, the Soviet Union is there, so maybe we can benefit from that. There, what with the British, which is also interesting. So yeah, I'm gonna pause right here. Gonna pick the next focus, which will be to acknowledge the Bolshevik Revolution, which will help communism grow in our nation. So yeah, we will proceed 2 more days. There we are, 1st of June 1915. We are slowly going to turn communist soon. And, well, let's see how we can do in our quest for world dominance. I hope you enjoyed it. I did. Please give me a thumbs up if you liked it. If you want to see more, subscribe to my channel. That'll be a big help for me. If you feel like it, just spread this video around with your friends, share it, make sure that everybody can see it. That's a really big help for me. And I hope to see you in the next episode. Bye bye.